What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Lennox Lewis. Big up England, big up. Lennox Lewis had this to say about Anthony Joshua's victory over Andy Ruiz. He said, every fight isn't going to be a KO. I thought AJ fought a good tactical fight and didn't fall into a trap of trying to mix it up in exchanges. This was a good addition to his experience. He also wisely unpacked his jab for this one. Those are the words of Lennox Lewis. Short and sweet. 100% agree with everything he had to say. As I was watching the fight yesterday, I seen similarities, of Lennox Lewis in there, and a great demonstration of boxing ability when I seen Anthony Joshua pump the jab and then very seldomly throw the right hand. I thought of Lennox Lewis versus David Tua. David Tua did come in massively overweight, not as big as Andy Ruiz, but he was too big for what he should have been for Lennox Lewis also. However, Lennox Lewis, I feel, had a better game plan when he fought David Tua than Anthony Joshua, even though both of these guys did execute the right way and followed their game plan. Lennox Lewis did a far better job, because Lennox Lewis had a clause of, hey, make him miss and make him pay. Every time Lennox Lewis threw the left hook, Lennox Lewis had this to do. He had a right hand ready for David Tua, So he had a right hand ready to punish David Tua every time Tua would throw that lunging left hook, similar to how Prevectin throws that left hook now, And each time he threw that left hook and missed, Lennox Lewis was ready to come right down on him with a right hand, because David Tua would lean way down trying to avoid the right hand, but he would get punished with it nonetheless. And that deterred Tua from throwing that left hand as much, because he was getting tagged with that right. Now, there were no knockdowns, none of that in that fight also, and I think if Anthony Joshua was to fight Andy Ruiz again, I think he should really reference that particular fight. However, David Tua and Andy Ruiz fights totally different. Ruiz has faster hands, so he's much of a dangerous opponent. However, I think Anthony Joshua, which he did throw the right hand at times, he missed with a couple powerful right hands. I think if they would have landed, they would have done some major damage on Andy Ruiz. But if you look at Andy Ruiz's face, he had enough damage already. I can see how Lennox Lewis can respect this type of performance, because he's done that time and time again against shorter fighters like that. And it only takes a simple strategy. Anthony Joshua, again, beat Ruiz with his jab. He also showed his power. At times he did try to exchange, but then he had to click back on for the game plan to commence the game plan. Because at times you've seen Joshua standing flat-footed and then wanting to trade at times, because that's the way he is. Now, I like how Lennox Lewis did say this. He didn't, he didn't harp on it, but he did, show his appreciation for Anthony Joshua's performance, and talking of Lennox Lewis, this is Lennox Lewis's way of, I guess, making it known, that he appreciates Anthony Joshua. However, Lennox Lewis was the same guy that criticized Rob McCracken, that called him technically a third grade coach when he needs a college professor. You know what I mean? So I think he said that and didn't really mention too much into it, because, he was someone like Lennox Lewis that criticizes the training of Anthony Joshua expected or didn't expect this type of performance coming from Anthony Joshua or his corner, especially to coordinate a type of game plan they did. Yes, I said coordinate, like John Witherspoon. So anyway, Yeah, this was very classy, respectful from Lennox Lewis, but of course Lennox Lewis gives credit where it's due. I just think that those guys should come face to face one day and talk it out if possible. You know what I mean? Because Lennox Lewis has said his things to Anthony Joshua and Joshua back to Lennox Lewis. I'm just would love to be a fly on the wall when these guys meet one day face to face and what they will say to each other face to face. But anyway, that's me wrapping it up on Lennox Lewis and his reaction to Anthony Joshua's win over Andy Ruiz. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.